At the end of my last video, I made a diamond mine and an iron mine. After a little bit of diamond mining, I found an iron vein in deep slate layers, so now my iron mine is completely useless. I've been slowly expanding my wheat fields. I added some more dirt and tilled it over in that direction. I've also expanded the platforms. This is just going to be a slow project that I just gradually expand. I have bred perhaps too many cows, but I definitely need to empty this a little bit. Oh my god, I broke my axe killing cows, and it hasn't done too much of a difference. In doing some diamond mining, I have acquired 45 diamonds, and so, first things first, I want a diamond pickaxe. And then I will get a full set of diamond armor. I replaced the wheat that was here with beetroot because I found it in a mine shaft chest. And it's just more exotic than wheat, and I have so much of it that I do not need it. So, even though beetroot's really useless, I mean, technically, you can craft red dye and food, but it's not great. And I've just been composting what I get, uh, because I just need the seeds to expand this, and don't need actual beetroot for anything else, because I have more than enough food. I know I just said that this was going to be expanding slowly, but I want sugarcane to be grown up here, and I want these two areas to connect nicely. So if I want sugarcane up here, I should plan this out a bit more so that it fits nicely with the sugarcane area. I've expanded my farming area by a lot, and while I was expanding it, I realized that this little ledge where I initially planned to have my sugarcane farm gets pretty narrow, and there's not a huge amount of space, and if I want it flat, I have to either level it or build a ton of, like, a dirt platform at this level. So I have changed my mind and will have the sugarcane in this area. It'll be sectioned off by this path and the path that will be going between here. Let's get a closer look real quick by the stupid Enderman. Because I plan on having a path go down this way, and over here will be just other farm things. Maybe more wheat, maybe carrots or potatoes or something. To get the most out of the way you lay out your sugarcane farm, you have individual water sources where the sugarcane is planted on all four sides, and a pattern that will make sure you have a ton of space will be to go from this water source, go 2 blocks up and 1 block to the side, and oops, and that will be your next water source. And you can see all 4 sides have the space empty for sugarcane. I don't have enough, but if you continue this, it will always have it so that all 4 sides can have sugarcane planted on it. And then, if you don't want just like a line, you mostly probably want a large field of sugarcane like this. So, to make it not just one line, you just turn go 2 blocks, one to the side. And that is going to be all 4 sides open, and you can just continue this. And you might get some losses on the edges like here, but you get a lot more than if you did like just a line of water and sugarcane planted on each side. You just are more space efficient in this way. And so I'm going to poke a ton of holes in this field uh, in that way. I will admit, making a sugarcane farm like this is a bit more tedious than if you just did rows of water with sugarcane along both sides. But I just like to do this. I prefer it this way. And also, I typically will use like copper grates or mangrove roots uh, as water sources because you can still plant next to them, uh, and you can just walk over them without falling in the water. For now, I'm just using bottom half slabs so that if we drop down here, there's no flowing water. I absolutely hate when I can hear flowing water constantly uh, nearby, so I just always try to avoid that. And actually, now that I think about it, you can use leaves for that too. I because they also keep water from flowing out of it, and you can walk on top of them. Huh? That maybe I'll do that. While I wait for my sugarcane to grow over there, I'm gonna head down to the mines and grab some obsidian. I did find a cave. Oh, I should also mention, I don't remember it being too far, but down here I found a cave. I'm right above a deep dock. So this could hope potentially be able to guide me to an ancient city, but I am definitely underprepared for that. Oh, there's a lot less obsidian than I remember. I think that better be more lava. Yes, that is. Uh, but real quick, I want to show, in case anyone is unfamiliar with iron veins, I'll quick navigate this mess of a mine shaft to show. Oh, it's right here. It's just a ton of puff and iron ore sprinkled throughout it. It also generates with raw iron ore block. Oh my god, oops. Raw iron ore blocks. So if you're ever unsure if you just got some iron ore that generated in tough coincidentally, it is a that is the only place raw iron ore blocks naturally generate, and so that is a way to know with certainty whether you have found an iron vein. Dang, my sugarcane still hasn't grown. Now I do need to figure out where I want to put my nether portal, though. I don't want it too close to my house. What the? An Enderman must have ruined my farm. But, as I was saying, I don't want it too close to my house because of the noise it creates. So, perhaps somewhere in this cliffside I could do it. I also don't want it really far. So, yeah, I'm definitely thinking this cliffside now, especially since I can always just return and decorate it later or move it later. Uh, so I'm going to get it like a nice notch in here for the nether portal to go in. There. Now I just need to light the nether portal and I'll see what the nether looks like. Before I go into the nether, I brought with me some cobblestone so that I have some building materials. I have my shield, and I actually have a resource pack because I hate the nether fog. I have a resource pack that disables fog entirely, and now there's no fog in the overworld, but in the nether it should also still be no fog. What? Oh, there you go. Nether wood. Huh. This isn't... Oh my god, there's a fortress right here. That is insanely lucky. Holy. Well, while I'm here, I may as well go in it. Okay, there's a basalt delta, it looks like. Ooh, more obsidian. More diamonds and some gold. That's nice. Ooh. Don't want to take damage. Okay, with our skeletons down, I need to goad that blaze to getting closer. Or I could just rush in. Okay, so I thought out of the corner of my eye that Basalt Delta was more with our skeletons, which is why I ran back. But I have nether wart now. Ooh, another chest. Anything? No. Ooh, some horse armor. Saddle is kind of useless since I can craft it. Soul Sand Valley. Is it? Wait, is... I thought I saw a dried gas briefly, but I will be able to get some... Oh, another chest. Oh, today's my lucky day. Can just break through here and get some soul sand. We'll need this for my mine shaft elevators. I do keep almost drowning every time I go mining. Perfect. One more blaze rod, and I can do some potion brewing. Blaze spawner, perfect. That wasn't good. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know, I once died to a blaze melee attack, and I think that was the most shameful event I've ever had to deal with in Minecraft. Because dying to a blaze, that's normal. They light things on fire. That's a normal thing to die to. They attack you from such a far distance. The melee attack, it doesn't light you on fire, and it isn't very common for them to use it, because you have to be like right next to them for it to happen. And I died to it. This is quite the incredible spawn already. Simply because I did not get spawned into a Crimson Forest or Basalt Delta. Those both suck to navigate. And this, at least, is calm. It's like the classic Nether. Dangerous still, but survivable. Oh my god, there's a dried gas right there. Nice. Oh, that is a crimson forest over there. That was quite the successful Nether trip. I've got just enough sugarcane that has grown to craft myself some paper, which, with one piece of leather, I won't kill any cows, because I have so much leather in here. Yeah, with just one piece of leather, I'll be able to craft a book. And then I can go to my valuables chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And just like that, an enchanting table. And now if I go up here, I want my enchanting setup to be on this side. So the enchanting table has to be where the torch is. Put it right, put the torch back. And now, yes, I don't have any bookshelves, so I'm limited to what I can enchant my equipment with. But I have lapis. I have plenty of levels. I'll get some basic early enchantments. Protection. Protection's always great to have. Ooh, I think I'll go with Feather Falling. There we go. Then, sure, I'll enchant with efficiency. I have spent a bunch of time just farming sugarcane. I in fact just harvested the sugarcane farm and have a ton of sugarcane. With a lot of the sugarcane I've harvested, I'm going to use it to finish my enchanting setup, which requires 15 bookshelves, which requires 3 books per bookshelf, so 45 books, 1 leather per book, and that means I need 135 pieces of paper. I don't need to be very precise. And then I just need a ton of wood. Which, off camera, I've just been bored mining wood. So I have plenty of it to make 15 bookshelves. And now if I go upstairs to my enchanting setup. Oh, did not mean to do that. I can place them around in a ring. And it leaves a perfect 1 block gap. Now, I don't need... Oh, first I should grab some lapis. Because I want to see what better enchantments I can get on this pickaxe. So if I disenchant this real quick, and then chuck it in here, efficiency 4 is, that's actually really good. Oh, and fortune 3, that is amazing. That is probably the best I could have asked for. In fact, that is actually really close to the most powerful pickaxe you can get, because it's 1 efficiency level off and then doesn't have mending. But that's like the best I could possibly get from an enchanting table. I've got 2 hoppers and I just want to quick do that so that I can automatically compost the huge, vast quantities of seeds that I can get from this farm. So I'm not just sitting here clicking on the composter for ages. Right around here outside my house, I want to put like a little refill station for my food. So I'm just going to quick assemble that here. Uh, the way it works is essentially I have a shelf with a bunch of food in it. I have a hopper feeding into the shelf to automatically restock it. And then I just want a barrel on top to look nice. And particularly I want it vertically aligned like that instead of on its side. So now I can easily just, whenever I believe I have a bunch cooking right here. So whenever I have more food, I can just throw it in the top there. And then when I have a partial stack of food, like right now, only 15, I can swap it out. And I'll get a full stack. And here, you can't really see that the amount in that stack is going up. But yeah, now it's 42. So I can it just automatically refills, which is not particularly needed, but it is pretty useful. As for decorating it, not exactly sure. I think I'll just put shelves around the hopper all the way around. And then, I want it so, maybe not like another thing of shelves, but something that's not like a full block out, but something so that it's not an overhang. Or maybe I could just have it like that. I'm going to ponder on this for a little while and give it some time. Oh, ow, ooh. I can just get rid of this now. I have a furnace to cook food in, and I have plenty of charcoal. To finish off this video, I just want to build the deck that I intended to go back here. I've been fishing a lot off camera, and so it would just be nice to have somewhere to fish from rather than just down there. I want the deck to be supported by a post, which would be aligned with both this column and that column. So if I go, okay, this, ooh, I don't want it to be just visibly sat upon dirt, so I'll just quick do that. Does make it a very, very tall post. That'll do for now. I can always extend it later. I don't have a whole lot of varied wood types, so I think I'm just going to be using the very bland oak wood, and I'm going to use bottom half slabs for the deck. I'll start with 32, I can always make more. I'm not sure I'm entirely happy with this deck. The bottom half slabs sort of make it so any fences would both be floating unless I raise the platform to have like a lip, and they would also regardless be quite tall. And it's also just plain oak, so I can always come back and change it later. I'm also admittedly not a huge fan of the fact that the cobblestone is showing. So maybe once I have access to more wood types, I'll come back and change this to look better. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day.